Hey guys, Clay here from Badger Security and Survival, and today we have another gear versus gear. Let's get started. A lot of people talk about what they have in their backpacks, bug out bags, get home bags, EDC. This is more for EDC. Now I have two similar flashlights here. One is one I carry, the other one John carries, and we're going to be comparing them today through usefulness, amounts of different lumen levels, battery life, flashlight life. So let's get started with just the pure specs. Right now, I'm going to start with the Fenix LDO2. And it has three settings. There's high at 100 lumens, and that lasts about 45 minutes depending on the type of battery you're using. Medium is 25 lumens for 4 hours and 15 minutes. I've never really run it till it was dead because I don't want it to be dead for my EDC, so I don't really know if those times are completely accurate or not. On its lowest setting, it's 8 lumens, and that's more than enough for usual day-to-day usage, and that's 14 hours and 30 minutes. The flashlight itself has a 50,000 hour lifetime. And the biggest difference that I've found between these two on that comparable lumen level is this is a flood beam. The LDO2 is a flood beam, and the Streamlight MicroStream is a more focused beam. So let's move on to the Streamlight MicroStream. It is a bit longer in dimensions. And I do like the button on it a little bit better. It's less recessed, and you don't have to fully click it in order to use it. You can just kind of press it. Whereas the Fenix, you actually have to fully click the button for the light to come on. This is a strict 35 lumen flashlight, and it will last for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Again, give or take the type of battery you use, whether you're using the ion battery or the alkaline. This one has 30,000 hour lifetime. Now what that means is they basically say about 50,000 hours or 30,000 hours of usage on these, and you'll have to replace it. The best thing on this, in my opinion, is its clip. This clip on the Fenix, I actually had to modify. It had a very aggressive angle, and I found my jackets catching it, my clothing catching it, and pulling it out of my pocket where it would be clipped on my jeans. Whereas this one has a rounded edge. It also has the ability to be clipped onto a hat. I don't know if it'll work on mine, but we shall. Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay, well, works for me. Appreciate that. But so you can basically take this hands-free, whereas this one would be much more difficult in order for it to be used. I do like the clip on this a lot better. It's definitely sturdier. It's definitely thicker, so it has less chance of being broken off, and it doesn't come off as easy as the Fenix. Now, one of the biggest differences between these two is obviously the modularity in terms of lumen level, but the biggest difference in my mind is this is about 30 bucks, give or take, depending on where you buy it from, give or take about 3 or 4 bucks on either side, and this is about 15, again, give or take 3 or 4 bucks on either side, but I think 15 was about the lowest I've seen it on before without it being like a flash sale or something on Amazon. So it really depends on what you would like to have in your pocket and how much you want to spend on something that's EDC that could possibly pop out and be left. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up our gear versus gear. I don't really have a favorite, so I wouldn't say one wins or the other. I would say pick for what you want it for. But both of these are great options. It really depends on what you're going to be using it for and what you want to carry in your pocket. Don't forget to check out our other videos on YouTube, our Facebook page, Priority Survival, which is a nice discussion community that we can talk about things you want to talk about on Facebook as well. And until next time, make yourself ready.